Holidazers, it's Nettie here from the UK. Hope you all had a lovely Easter. So the next celebration in the English calendar is St George's Day. As you're probably aware, the UK is a very patriotic nation and we have a patron saint for every country. St David is the patron saint of Wales, St Andrew for Scotland, and St Patrick, which you're probably more aware of, for Ireland, and of course St George for England. It's always celebrated on April the 23rd every year. The emblem for St George is usually a red cross on a white background, which happens to be the English national flag too, a bit like the one behind me. So, a bit more about George himself. George is famous for slaying a dragon. In medieval times, dragons were portrayed as demonic creatures, so he was obviously such a hero in the time slaying this dragon. The actual spot where the dragon was slayed is in Berkshire, a place called Dragon Hill, and it is believed that the patch of grass never grows where the dragon's blood actually trickled down the hill. So the next thing you're going to ask is, how do we celebrate St George's Day? Well, we have lots of street parties, garden parties. A lot of the local pubs have events running throughout the day. Local parks and museums have tailored events which include parades. They do medieval events like jousting. There's lots of food, usually street food, which is very similar to our afternoon teas, which we display on something like this, which includes cakes, sausage rolls, sandwiches, pork pie, lots of finger food that you can eat, which is all washed down with the traditional English pint. There's lots of decorations that we use for St George's Day. We have lots of flags, which you can see flying from people's windows, from buildings around the towns. We have buntings, English bowler hats, sunglasses, headbands. We even have greeting cards, actually. I don't know if you can see those with St George on himself. There's one there of him slaying his dragon. We usually send them to family and friends. So that's a little bit about George and how we celebrate St George's Day in England. In future videos, I will be doing some baking of fairy cakes, show you how we decorate them and how we display them for the street and garden parties. And then sometimes the weather, as you probably know in England, is not always the best. So if we decide to stay at home due to the weather being a bit grim outside, we usually cook what's called toad in the hole, which is basically a Yorkshire pudding with sausages and onions, which is usually served with onion gravy as well, which I will also be cooking later on. Hope you've enjoyed the information. Thank you. Bye.